Hi everyone, lovely to see you all. I'm Tamar Ghosh, I'm Chief Exec of the Royal Society of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene. And thank you so much to the organisers for giving us a bit of time to talk about the Society and hopefully how we can help the careers of those working in snakebite and, as I've added, other venomous creatures. And I'll come on to tell you a bit about what we're doing in a second. My email address is there, and I'm going to whiz through a bit of information, none of it technical, you'll be pleased to hear. But if you do want to recap, if you want to get the slides or ask questions, please do contact me after today. So for those of you that don't know RSTMH, we are an old society, we're a charity, and our aim is to try and provide a network for people working in the fields of global health and tropical medicine, however that may be defined these days. We still have Royal Charter, and Her Majesty the Queen is our patron. We've got around 1,500, probably now about 1,800 members across the world in over 90 countries, and around 20,000 other researchers and professionals that work with us in various ways. And I'll tell you a bit about that in a sec. We're a small team of 8 people based in London, but we have 1,000 volunteers around the world helping us to deliver our goals. And they include global assessors for our grants program. They include country ambassadors and student ambassadors in many countries around the world, helping us promote the Society and ensure that people are aware of how we can support them, and many other volunteers working on our journals and across our other activities. Our big aim, like I'm sure many of you have in your organisations and personally, to save lives, eliminate disease and try and help on the equity question. We do that in summary by funding, publishing, showcasing research, stimulating debate and discussion, running meetings and events. And I'll come on to tell you a bit about exactly what we do day to day. But in terms of reaching that big vision, those big goals, we try and do it in 3 ways. One is we want to help our members with their careers, whether that's giving them their first grant, whether that's helping them publish their first paper, whether that's helping them have a platform to speak about their work for the first time, finding them mentors, just helping them develop in any way we can with their careers. That's our first way of achieving these big goals and leaving them to then achieve their best. The second and third ways are about utilising all of the information, the data, the knowledge that we have through our members, through our networks, through our partners, to try and achieve the change that's needed to hit those big goals. That might be a policy change, it might be a funding gap that we want to plug, it might be a research gap that we can commission to our journals, it might be showcasing diseases or health issues. And snakebite is one of the topics that we took on a few years ago, and I'll come to talk about that in a second, that we really wanted to champion, and all facets of snakebite, not just the more technical areas around antivenom development, but also thinking about community and community issues and those other kind of softer, if you like, issues around snakebite. So day to day, this is what we do. We have 2 peer review journals. Now, this is important if any of you are publishing or would like to publish in the future. Transactions has been going since 1908. It's a hybrid journal. You can publish open access, you can publish without open access, in which case it's completely free. In Transactions, there's a new article type called Lessons from the Field. If you're doing a field project and you want to publish it to the scientific community, but it's not full research, more of a story-based, shorter article, less references, very accessible. We've created this space in Transactions to capture those stories because we've heard that there are less spaces for those to be made public. We hold global meetings and events. We have them in a few different regions of the world in the next 6 months, and you can find out more about them on our website. With our partners, we work on advocacy and policy issues that are important in our sector. Now, the next one, global grants. If you haven't had a grant in your own name before, or you know really good researchers or budding researchers that have not had funding in their own name, please consider our early career grants program. These are grants of up to £5,000 each for researchers or professionals working anywhere in the world that have not had funding and want to spend a year looking at an issue. Now, it can be anything from a lab-based issue all the way through research, through translation, implementation, and onto policy. It doesn't have to be pure research in any way. We now give out over 200 grants a year, and I would love to see some more coming in from our sector, from our area here, so snakebite and other venoms and toxins. So please consider it, and I'll come back to tell you what we've been doing on that in the last few years. We provide travel scholarships for our members to attend our events, and we give out medals and awards every year to recognise success. If you know great people in the sector working in snakebite or other venomous areas, please do think about nominating them for one of our medals and awards. It's a really great way to celebrate their work and achievements. For our members, we also provide mentorship and training, career support. We have members area that's full of unique information on our website. And we also created another website called growglobal.health, which is where you can find jobs, courses, PhD, research placements, voluntary placements, all sorts of opportunities in global health. And we created that because we wanted to bring together those opportunities across the world into one space to help people with their careers. We also have a fortnightly newsletter. If you're not signed up to it, you can find it on the website, and it's a way to keep up with all of our information. All right. So that was just our introduction. So what do we do to support snakebite? So I wanted to share with you what we've been doing in the last few years since we took it on as a topic we really wanted to try and support. So first of all, we've been funding lots of early career grants with the help of the Wellcome Trust, the first funder to commit to a 3-year partnership with us. Also Hamish Oxton Foundation and NIHR. We've funded 43 grants, research grants, which is around £215,000 over the last couple of years on the specific topic of snakebite, which we're really proud of. And those projects cover all regions of the world and lots of different areas of snakebite research. There are some quotes up there, they're quite small. So again, if you want these slides, please just let me know and I can send them on to you. This is also a bit small. Again, if you want it, do ask me. There's lots of pieces of news articles, blogs that we've been writing, capturing, sharing around the world of snakebite and just trying to really get profile up. I think we've done really well collectively as a community in the last few years. But at the beginning of that time, 2018, we were really trying to just take any snippet of news we could and try and promote it out to wide networks as much as we were able to. So there's a summary of some really interesting pieces that we did. All right, in our journals. Now, this is really interesting. We had 281 articles published on snakebite since 1908, so it's a long time. We need more. Interestingly, we don't have very many articles at all on snakebite or on any other venomous areas. And I would encourage you, I know that I'm focused a bit on snakebite for this particular talk, but we are interested in seeing research in other areas of venoms and toxins. So Transactions is a more clinical journal. It's published once a month. And as I've said, it's hybrid, it's open access, but also doesn't have to be. International Health is a policy-based journal. We would love to see research coming into both of the journals, and especially because so many of the learnings that we find in areas of snakebite and other venomous areas are really helpful as learnings across the sector for other disease areas. So if you want to get your research into a position where there can be learnings across other areas of NTDs, infectious disease and global health, please do consider the journals. We've got a little table outside. Again, thank you to the organisers for that. And we've got lots of examples of our journals you can take away and other information. So please do grab them, have a look at them and see if you feel they'll be of interest for you. And outside as well, we wrote a special report on snakebite with the help of LSTM a couple of years ago, 2019 actually. And please take a copy of that report. There are a few outside, and if you can't find one, then let me know, I can send you one. It's got some really, really interesting case studies of what was happening at the time and what was needed on snakebite. Lots of different quotes as we go through our cohorts of grant awardees. We ask them to share their stories. How's it been? How did their project go? What have they found? What are the challenges they hit? So there are lots of stories like this that we try and share with you. All right, so second to last thing to say, the International Snakebite Awareness Day is happening in a few weeks. This is a partnership that started in 2018 between a few different organisations that really wanted to have a focal point for snakebite on a particular day. So I've noted some of the early partners there. There's lots of activity that always goes on, and at the beginning, we had lots of people involved in trying to raise awareness of different aspects of snakebite. This year, we're going to have some time later on today to get together as a group and see what we can do for this year's International Snakebite Awareness Day. If you have ideas, please come and talk to me, Diogo at Welcome, David Williams, whoever you can find in that group that I mentioned, please do. And if you're from an organisation that wants to get involved, please come and chat to us. And just highlighting here the WHO webinar that's happening on that same day, talking about the progress and plans for their piece of work there. All right, the last exciting piece of information to share with you. With the organisers of Venoms and Toxins this year, we ran a photo competition. We do this quite often. We really want to try and use those kind of visual aids to raise awareness of different issues. So we called this photo competition a couple of months ago. The entries came in, and our panel, and thank you to our panel, I know some of you are here for looking through those. Our panel's been furiously working through to find our winner. And the winner is Naneshwar, who is here today, I'm sure. We've seen his poster. Congratulations, Naneshwar. I'd like to ask you to come up so I can present you with a certificate of membership, which is the main prize of the photo competition. And we'll also be publishing it on the front of the journal, International Health, as well. Well done, well done. Okay, so yeah, congratulations, Naneshwar. It's such a wonderful image. We really loved it. The panel really loved it. I have to say, I wasn't on the panel, just hoping. Right, we then had two highly commended entries also in the competition, and they are this amazing picture from Hiral, wonderful, in Mozambique. And then this picture, also amazing, of crates by Oliver. I don't know if Oliver or Hiral are here, but well done, congratulations. And then the remaining entries that are in the top 10. So there are 7 of them. They're all fantastic. So again, if you would like to see the presentation, do ask me. We'll be publishing all of the photos from the competition on our website. And we're going to try and do some work on this towards International Snakebite Awareness Day. So you might see them with some case studies from the photographers on the 19th of September. And that's the end of my talk. Please do come and see Alice or myself outside. Alice is just there, our digital comms manager. We're happy to answer any questions. Please do grab any of the RSTMH materials that you see. And please, I'll leave you with a message. Please do consider those in our community who you think need funding to get an idea off the ground, who haven't done research before, point them towards our grants program. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Plenty of time for comments, questions. There are also grants for poor, almost retired professors.
You might be a bit too senior for us. Hi.
Can the grants be applied for education and prevention models also?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're designing something and it involves some elements of primary research in producing those, then yeah.
Any comments from the virtual audience? Further comments from the presential? Okay, so thank you again.
Thank you.